Hi you guys, thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you enjoyed it, then give it a like. See you later, lovelies.
People love to jump at every opportunity to tell me to get a job, like I'm gonna go do that. I was advised I would make more money in the creativity beta program anyways than the creator fund. So let's just be totally honest that I'm gonna be making bank and you're still gonna be sitting here saying get a job. You're like those what people consider nerds that sit at the computer trolling. You're that person, you know, keeping your hands warm in your pants with potato chip crumbs all over your chest. Okay, you hide behind a fake profile, a green dog, which is jealous. Obviously green is jealous. You got the green monster inside of you. You know, if you don't have haters, you're not doing something right. So no, I'm not going to get a job because I already have one. And no matter what, you will never amount to anything, nor will you be anywhere in life. Let's just be totally honest. You're a failure to your parents already. You are a poor example of what your parents raised. Your parents raised someone that is poor. And you are not the best example model for how your parents raised you. Because clearly, while I am going to be off and doing bigger and better things, because I have been offered several opportunities to be on podcasts, and I've been offered a lot of great stuff through TikTok, which I am working on doing, you're just going to sit here saying get a job while you're still struggling to figure out what bill to pay first. So that way you don't starve. And this isn't a joke because there are lots of people who go through that. So stop acting like you have your life together, because not everybody has their life together. Because after COVID, the economy was so bad, people never recovered after COVID. So instead of sitting here, you know, telling people to go get a job, like getting a job is going to make life easier, why don't you work on bettering your life and being better than you was today, and be better, the better person you are tomorrow. Be better than what you are. The only person you should be competing with is yourself. Oh, you shouldn't be competing with me, because what does me having a social media career have anything to do with bothering you? Why are you that bothered? Is it because you hate working your 9-to-5 job and you're never going to get anywhere in life? Is it because you hate what you do and you're mad because I figured out how to do what you wish you could do? Is that it? Yeah. Have a nice day.
Oh, I'm 30 years old with no job. This is my job. You know, I would be angry too if I couldn't sit on a live stream and play games and have this job. I'd be angry too. I'd be so mad. Boy, would I be mad.
Yeah, they're mad because they don't have the dream job you have.
They don't have their dream job. That's why they're mad. They don't get to do what they want to. They're forced to do what they have to. It's not our fault they hate their job. A real job? Okay. So, all of the influencers that you watch on YouTube, all of the creators you watch on YouTube need to quit YouTube because that's not a real job for them. If it's not a real job for me, it's not a real job for them. So stop supporting them and tell them to go get a real job. Terry Joe doesn't have a real job because Terry Joe goes on live. You know, this is Terry Joe's job, but sorry, Terry Joe. to people, social media is not a real job. They're successful? Really?
They're just mad because they can't have the job you have.
What do you mean successful? Because they get brand deals? Let me tell you something about brand deals. Fuck brand deals. You want to know why? I'm not trying to be brand friendly for brands that will pay white creators more than they pay black creators. White creators get offered 1,000 times more than what a black creator gets offered. So why would I care about brand deals? These brand deals pay black creators substantially less. And let me tell you, more successful, you guys hate black people. You guys hate dark-skinned black women. You hate black people to a core.
Here it is, a groove slightly transformed. Just a little break from the norm. Just a little something to break the monotony of all that hardcore dance that has gotten to be out of control. Or something like that. Get a part-time job? No, I cannot get a part-time job. How many times? I shouldn't have to work. If I break down at work because I can't. You don't understand. Like, stop trying to force someone who is not mentally in the right mind space to go to a work when they have I'm freaking anxious. I don't have anxiety. but I am anxious because you guys just want me to go to work so you can get me fired. We're not talking about negativity. Please bring up positive stuff or I'll make you pay to talk. And some of you guys don't have the money to pay to talk, so I'm pretty sure you're too broke to talk. With that being said, social media is now my full-time job. And for those people that said social media was never going to be a job for you, oh, it is now. We are there. I worked hard for this. I worked hard. I'm gonna have a manager. I'm gonna have lawyers. The whole nines. So, any videos that I do not like, I could copyright strike them. You harass me? Send me money. The last time I asked for money was $5 for my phone bill because clearly I can't work. I'm a victim of a crime. I literally have trauma, which people try to say I don't. You are not a licensed doctor. Stop trying to be Dr. Phil and telling people you don't have trauma. You're just crazy. Or not crazy, but he tries to diagnose people. He's not even a real doctor. You know what? Some of you guys are so unoriginal. Stop with the get a job. I'm not going to get a job. I'm not. You know what would happen if I ever worked a 9-to-5 job again and hated my life? I would do exactly what those kids did and leap off of a roof. I'm still not getting a job. So, people saying like, oh, now you have to get a job. No, I don't. I still don't have to get a job. Still on social media, still not gonna have to get a job. I get offline and have no job because I'm in fear of being fired from a job or take my life. And that's the better option for me. If I get a job, I would not be living, okay? I'm not gonna work like America wants me to the point where I'm so exhausted, I kill over because they want me to work until I die. I'm not gonna work until I die. So hey guys, some stuff just happened today, and our rent hasn't been paid. We might be homeless, and on top of that, my mom is blaming me for everything. And I don't know how long I can live for. I don't even feel like living anymore again. You know, this year has been tough, and I miss my grandma. I miss my friend. And I feel like I don't have anybody. So I might not be able to post for the next few days. I don't know, but I'll see you guys later. You're late, like, I'm a teenager, what do you expect me to do? Like, you're treating me like an adult who is not going to a job. I don't have to go to a job. I'm a teenager. I'm not the one who has to pay the bills. You do. Like, I didn't even get to be a teenager. I had to ask to go outside, and a lot of times it was no. I had to ask like a little kid. The park, we had a park in our gated community. And we would go there because like the grass field or whatever to work fast food because she can't even afford childcare and say, I applaud this mother for still being a mom while having to work. We shouldn't have to work like robots and not enjoy life because we're told to scrub floors for the rest of our lives. And then be told we can't even give you Social Security. So if you want to retire, oops, sorry, the money we had been taking out of people's checks is no longer going to go towards Social Security. We can't afford that. So in 2030, we are no longer going to provide Social Security for those people that like, it is so annoying. Like, the government is so dumb. You can pull out all of this money to give to other countries, but for your own country, you can't even help it. It's like Tupac said, they got money for war but can't feed the poor. And our own country is suffering. I just like get so annoyed when people say get a job. It's like, well, what are you doing on my page? I get paid. Like, we're all struggling to pay bills. Stop acting like you ain't struggling to pay a bill. Like, you better than everyone else, Jeff Bezos. Because I don't see you owning a very rich company. I don't see you doing anything with your life except being rude.
That's another thing I get annoyed with, is these dumb DMs, because all I do is just block. Sometimes I'll leave a paragraph and then I'll block you before you can say anything. And I enjoy that more than anything, because I don't want to hear what you have to say next, because what comes out of your mouth is BS. You're full of shit and you don't know what you're talking about. Like, I'm so annoyed with people that think they know what they're talking about, that think they ate because they told me to get a job. And what are you doing? Clearly you don't have a job if you're spending your hours on me. Mind you, you are active all the damn time, 24 hours, and you're not even at your job. And if you're at your job on your phone, then you're not doing your job correctly. I'm like so annoyed by these people telling me to get a job, but they're on here 24/7. And I know that because I'm on here 24/7 because I get paid. It's my job. But you don't even get paid and you're on here 24/7. Always in my comment sections. Always in my DMs. Follows me to Instagram. It's like crazy. What are you guys even doing with your lives? These trolls have no goals, no life, no nothing. Your life is miserable. It's sad, miserable, and pathetic. Thank you for the roses. They are doing nothing. Because if they're on my page 24/7, which I get paid, that's why I'm on social media 24/7, and I peep some of y'all that say you have a job, but you're in my comment section, you're in my DMs, you're on my page all day. Like, don't you got a job? And this is all day, every day. I don't want people to say, well, maybe it's because they're off. Maybe it's their off day. If I was off from my 9-to-5 job, I wouldn't be a troll to someone. I would be asleep, okay? I would be in my bed asleep. I would get extra sleep for the next day before I have to stand for 8 hours a day. Hello? Anybody out there? I would not be online arguing with someone about them not having a job. If someone has a job, how does that affect you? Or they don't have a job? Why are you concerned whether I have a job or not? How is that affecting you? You telling me to get a job isn't going to do anything. That's like me telling someone who actually doesn't have a job to get one. They're still not going to get a job. And it affects you how? Like, you are so bothered at the fact you think I don't have a job. Well, then I want you to take your money and pay my taxes then. Okay? So next year, when I have to pay taxes on the money I make, because that's not a job, you better pay my taxes. Please. Since you think it's not a job, I'm self-employed. I have to mark down where all the money is going for my expenses. I bought a ring light. I'm buying things to make my streams and to make my lives better and to make better content. I have to put down all the expenses of where the money is going. I am not a small business. I am a self-employed. I called like the tax place to how to file my taxes, and I explained to them, and they said, "Oh, I'm still not getting a job." So, I mean, if you get this taken down, my live or this live, you're not stopping me. I'm still not going to get a job, so what's the reason? If my live stream goes, I'm still going to be on social media. You can't force me to get a job. You know what's funny is some of y'all don't lack brain cells, because saying like, oh, now you have to get a job. No, I don't. I still don't have to get a job. Still on social media, still not gonna have to get a job. You know what? Some of you guys are so unoriginal. Stop with the get a job. I'm not gonna get a job. I'm not. The only way I'm gonna leave the app or anywheres is if I take my own life. Because I have that tester app where like you can play games, and then you the more you play the game and you beat the whatever the task is, they pay you to your PayPal. You earn money playing games. I have like $3 because I don't really play the games I'm supposed to. For me, it works. Like, I got $3. So if you didn't know, there's this app, Reach. It's an app where you can use people's songs. It'll tell you what you have to do for the song. Like, that app is a scam. Let me tell you something. Every time that I apply for a slot, I never get it. Okay, so with donating plasma, me and my mom went to do that before. So let me tell you about donating plasma. They want a stable living situation for you to donate plasma. I mean, like, your address. You can't be in a motel, but you can't, like, where we were living at one time, my mom went to go donate plasma. I don't know if I can because I've had heart problems. So yeah, and me personally, I don't like needles, but if I have to donate plasma for money, hustling is hustling, right?
Tophia got kicked out of her motel and then explains why she won't get a job.
So to all the people making suggestions to pawn stuff, haven't you used your brain enough to think that maybe I've already pawned things? I pawned my tablet already. So what makes you think pawning things is gonna have money? That doesn't make sense. Like, some people need to like really think about the things they say. And this is not being mean to the person who asked me to pawn my tablet, because I was going through a lot and I couldn't respond back, but I was gonna let you know I already pawned my tablet. So yeah, I don't have my tablet. I have to get that out next month. So yeah, I don't know. TikTok is not cashing out on my backup account. And also, if I don't get my cash out from my subscriptions, I'm gonna be pissed because TikTok really needs to fix it. They can't take people's money. They can't do that. Like, I get it. I get what people are saying. But if I'm making money on TikTok and they're not paying me, that's a problem because they need to fix it. Like, okay, you don't need pay. Like, imagine needing money that could have helped you, but you're sitting there staring at like $300, and that's not even it. It's like over $1,000 that TikTok is probably going to be paying me, over $1,000 plus, because I'm not going to say how much that TikTok is supposed to pay me next month. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to have access to those funds on the 15th because I hope they're going to pay me out on the 15th. I'm trying to get a work from home job. Someone's asking me why I can't go to work, and I've already explained why I can't go to work and why I'm not going to work. Why can't I just choose work from home? Why do I have to choose what people tell me to choose? It's not your decision. Like, why can't I go to work? First of all, someone threatened to throw battery acid in my face. That's one. I get severe threats. I don't have a safe place right now. I really don't have a safe place at all. People can come knocking on my door at all hours, every hour, right? And people had started recently sending pizza again. There is this whole issue of people thinking that life is easy when it's not. I'm not okay. My family is not okay. We're really not okay. We're not. And for people to make these jokes, my mom is disabled. There's a lot going on and we're all going through it. We are not okay. We do not have a safe space. We do not have anywhere. And I'm just more concerned about having a secure place to live rather than paying $400 every week when that money could go towards a house or go towards a stable place. I already know, right? I got a job. I got fired because people called and reported that job, right? Mass reported. I'm just going to be one day in, someone recognizes me and says, hey, aren't you that girl from TikTok? Then what? Then what? Does anyone have a plan? Because all you seem to care about is making people homeless like you did Daniel Larson. You guys don't care about people bettering themselves. You want to keep people homeless. You laugh about it like it's just some joke about people being homeless when there's a lot of people who are homeless in Albuquerque, and this is not a funny joke, okay? I may have a slight... I don't really think I have a safe place over my head, to be honest with you, a roof. You know, I should be thankful, but then again, it's still considered homeless. I don't know what to do. I can't live anymore. I can't do this. I can't.
No, I'm not trying to be rude, but you know what's not a good response? What's not a good response is wanting to rip my brains out, because, you know, that's not a good response. Maybe feeling like I want to die, that's not a good response either. There's a lot of things that's not a good response. To literally say, like, oh, this and that. You don't know how severe someone's trauma is for someone not to work. To say, like, oh, I have trauma and I work, that's good for you. But you don't know what someone's trauma is like, that it may be so severe they can't work. I was advised to get evaluated by a therapist. You know, I watched my brother die before my eyes. He had no eye. Like, I was in a carjacking and I could have been murdered. Like, to tell someone, you know, you can't relate your experiences to mine. I went through a freaking lot with these people, and especially being harassed by police, on top of many other things. Like, to have this, like, response, yeah, that's fine for you. You can live life normally. I can't even go out without, you know, maybe not walking in front of something to, like, go, a bus, a car, you know, things like that. My response is not your response. It's fine and dandy that you can go to work and be normal. I can't be normal. I'm not normal. I've never been normal. For people to think that, like, oh, you're just supposed to be this happy person, well, I'm not. And it sucks. And I don't like it. And my trauma is not something where I can just get up and be like, let's go work, because no, I'm not mentally stable to work. Yeah, it might be fine and dandy for you to go to work because you have trauma, but you do have to realize that not everyone can function like that, if that makes sense. I'm not trying to be rude, but yeah, my mentality is not all there for me to just be getting up and wanting to go to work, you know?